biscuits.
I like biscuits, Charles.
How much?
What's up, Charles? How are you?
I love my little rooster, and my rooster loves me. I'm gonna cherish that chicken neath the green bay tree. My little rooster,
My rooster.
It just plays. Every time we start, that plays. I don't know why. Some sort of a ghost.
I'm looking at my screen.
Shit.
My screen says playing music.
No.
It's probably like, you owe us $1 billion for playing the rooster song.
You played the goddamn rooster song? That'd be $37.
Uh,
That sounds like YouTube, actually. Everything we do, it's like, you guys played the rooster song? I mean, you're gonna owe $49 to Mom, Pa, Carl Jackson.
Just to play the rooster song. Well, hello everybody. Hello. Yeah, we're on. Hello everybody.
All right.
Hi. Welcome to Frightmare HQ.
Hi everybody. My name
Mint
is Ted,
slip.
and I'm here
What's
for
up,
the
Ted?
mint slips, and I'm here for the booty. How are you?
Oh, yeah, you got that tiki mug. That's
Shiver.
a Frightmare Collectibles special right there.
Oh, it is. I want me gold.
Where's me gold?
Where's me
Where's
gold,
me
you
gold?
little green son of a bitch? I want to get in a fight with the leprechaun one day. That'd be fantastic.
Dude, we got a lot of people. Has it been a while since we've been on? We did last Wednesday, didn't we?
I don't know, did we?
I think we did.
Yeah, we
can't
did.
remember.
We did. We were on last Wednesday. We did
Okay.
some sort of a thing about movies that were made in a year, 1962.
60.
1960.
Gets Charles.
243 days a year.
247.
247 days a year.
gonna cherish.
I had to move that camera. That's better.
Good job, Charles. Well, listen.
Look, I'm a big boy now.
I just want to say hello to everybody that
I
joined
thought you
us
meant to me.
tonight. Oh yeah, I'm just saying hi to Charles. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. This is me and Lloyd's special time, guys. This is when we do our special thing.
Our special love time. Well, listen.
What's up?
Well, let's talk about who we got. We'll go through it real quick as tonight. Bore everybody, but I do like to greet everybody out there. So let's
Heck
say
yeah, 'cause
hello
they're
to.
awesome.
That's right. Eduardo Gonzalez, Charles Anderson, Travis Brown, Allie Tappa, Todd Lewis, Stephen Burt.
Burt making it hurt?
Burt is making it hurt.
He's good at making it hurt.
He is. T. West, Neil McElhaney,
Okay.
Brad Bingham.
I'm aware of these people. Okay.
I know this one. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Chrissy Gilliland.
Gilliland. Okay, Chrissy.
Who else we got? Okay, I'm scrolling, everybody. Raven Rose. What's up, Raven?
Rose. Who else is here?
Ashley Guillory.
Colonel
Did I already
Sanders is
say
here.
that? Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders. Ronald
Kolchak.
McDonald. The Night Stalker's here. Yep.
CG is here.
CG.
My goodness. CG.
What's
I
up,
don't
everybody?
recognize CG. Are you new, CG? If you are, welcome. Welcome.
At a mountain.
We get to talk
then
about 1962 tonight. That's gonna be fun.
We
I'm
do.
excited.
I also know that we have people over on Twitch, but I'm not logged into Twitch. Bad, Lloyd.
I don't know anything about Twitch. I just show up and look pretty. That's all you tell me to do.
Well,
You say
you're O&O, Charles.
yeah.
You know,
Damn
you showed
it!
up. You got half. You showed up.
I tried to be pretty for you. I put on my Godzilla shirt and everything. I rub my nipples like you like. Don't you
Speaking of
remember?
nipples, this iced tea is really, really good.
Is it presented today by Brantford Home's own sweet tea?
No, it's it's Louisiana. That's the only good tea. All right, guys.
I don't know what I don't know anything about tea. I'm sorry.
Listen, listen.
Y'all sync these already, okay? So we just don't. This is a preview.
I'm listening.
What is
What do you want? I'm listening. What do you want? That's the sound of inevitability.
You know what it is?
What?
I got into Twitch, and there was something else playing, so I was hearing something else on Twitch. Anyway, let's move
Twitch
on.
makes you snitch.
Twitch makes you snitch. All right, guys. This is 1962. Charles, I went through the agenda. I looked at a few things, and there's a couple of good ones on here.
There is a couple of good ones. Now, much like last week, guys, there will not be an honorable mentions video for 1962 because I struggled to find more than 10 movies to talk about, but I pulled some out of my ass that were not very good, but they're worth
He
talking
pulled
about.
some
We've got
nuggets out of his ass. Oh boy, they are nuggets.
We got 12 movies tonight, and these 12 movies, I think, are going to encompass about anything that's somewhat decent for 1962. But there are some good ones. Let's go with that.
Yes, Todd Lewis. I did trim the beard. Look at that. What do y'all think?
Oh, it's sexy.
I thought I did that last week, though.
No, man, you got to be. Can't just be sprouting that on us. It's too gets me too excited, you know.
Trimmed it up a little bit.
I could probably trim this. I'm starting to look more homeless every day.
Yeah, it's all together. It's all together, yeah. Charles. It's looking good. Right. You're looking like a toiger.
Ooh, pervert. We'll call him Chris Hansen again.
Again? Damn it.
Last time he hung up on me, he said that a man calling a 36-year-old man is not something he could help me with. And I was like, fine, Chris. Fine. Shows what you know, Chris Hansen. He's a perverto.
He's a racist.
He's a racist.
He's a racist. He's against grown-ups.
He only likes little kids. That sounded bad.
Okay, we're getting way off track, Charles.
Oh, shit.
Let's go ahead and kick off the year that was 1962. What do you say, buddy?
Sure.
Let's
Why
do
not?
it.
I'll do whatever you want to do. We're adults.
All right, the first one on the list, a doctor experimenting with transplant techniques keeps his girlfriend's head alive when she is decapitated in a car crash, then goes hunting for a new body. First released in West Germany, February 25th, 1962. It's the American sci-fi horror film, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, directed by Joseph Green. This film has been public domain in the U.S. from the day of its release due to a flawed copyright notice. That's sad.
That is quite sad. But
reminds me of Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, and there's a couple of movies on the list from 1962 that did that. And this is the unfortunateness of uneducated independent filmmakers who didn't realize that they had to do some of that stuff. And then they're like, I made a movie. I don't own it no more.
You know, and what was it? After 78, 79, they changed that law. So basically just putting out your movie secures your copyright nowadays.
Thankfully.
Which is really how it should have been, because, you know, they shouldn't make creators jump through hoops like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, much like its title, this is like the movie that doesn't die. This movie just keeps living on. Everybody talks about this movie. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never considered this a good movie by any stretch of the imagination you can think of. I don't like this movie at all. I guess you could say it's comedically fantastic. How about that?
Yeah. Well, it has a certain charm to it, and I'm with you. It's not a great movie. It's a low-budget movie. It has better acting than some low-budget movies of the time. I'll give it that.
It wasn't even like super low budget. I mean, I think like adjusted for inflation, it cost like $1 million for them to make it, which is kind of low budget. But
that is kind of low budget.
So, but
didn't up until recently we had never gotten a fully uncut version of this until I think Scream Factory put out the uncut version.
Yeah, Scream Factory did put out the uncut version, and it was basically a lot of the strip house scenes they cut out.
Some nudity and stuff.
But man, that Blu-ray is so good that it shouldn't be for this movie because the effects are so bad on this that Blu-ray transfer, you're like, oh shit, this is horrible. But you know, some of the stuff in this movie could have been good. I mean, the best thing I liked about this is like the failed experiment creature they keep in the closet throughout the entire film, which you don't see. And then they ruin it like with the 2 minutes he's on screen by him coming out. And it's like this hokey. I should have just kept him in the closet. I am a monster! Hey,
Why didn't they just put it out of its misery, right?
See, I could have been a 1950s scary person. 1960s
Yeah.
scary. See?
That's right. Well, we do have a trailer, so let's go ahead and roll.
Why not?
A doctor defying science's cautions.
You've lost the urge to
Oh,
experiment.
shit. That's how you know it's going to be good. And I think it's funny is like, the other title this was going to be released as is The Head That Wouldn't Die. And they didn't even take the time to change the end title. So they just started called The Head That Wouldn't Die. They're like, it's at the end. People are like, they don't care. They're just with the money.
That's probably part of the copyright problem.
I don't know. I know the lady who played the head, Virginia Leaf, I think her name was. She like disowned this movie to where a whole bunch of her scenes are dubbed by somebody else because she refused to come back and do post-production work. And this is like the only thing she's known for. I'm like, probably should have done it.
Yeah.
I mean, she did date Marlon Brando in the 50s, so I guess she had that going for her.
Well, there you go.
She probably went into every audition like, well, you know, I dated Marlon Brando for 3 weeks. They're like, oh, we don't give a shit.
What's locked behind that door?
Horror.
That was kind of a cool effect, though, when he walked behind the table and you could see all the way through.
Horror is its ultimate.
Yeah,
How
I
did
mean,
they do that? Mirror, maybe, or something?
maybe mirror. Some of his camera techniques in this are pretty cool because,
He intends to
especially with
kill
like the car crash part, like he did a really good use
rob
of
them of their body.
like
Got to
front
stop
shot
him.
camera of like the car going into like a railing to make it look really cool. It's a nice way to use an effect that costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
This guy only did like one other movie, and I can't remember. It was something in the 80s. I don't remember the name of it, but it was equally as bad.
Okay, well.
Well, it's the brain that wouldn't die. But I mean, everybody knows the poster. The poster art is like infamous. The poster art's on so much stuff, you know. Everybody knows the poster, probably more than the actual movie itself. So I feel like
Yeah.
that it's got to be on the list, right?
Yeah, I didn't really see all of this movie until much later. I remember it being on TV, and I would, tune in for a few minutes, and it's kind of boring, like you said earlier. It's not a great movie, but
Not a great movie, but I will say it has one of the coolest posters of the 60s. I love the poster on it. It's so well drawn, and it's the highlight of it. But one that I think is definitely a watch for people, especially people who love sub B-level movies that will take you back and you can just sit here and watch something a little dumb. And you may like it. I find people who say this movie's underrated who really enjoy it just for its unintentional comedicness. So go for it. And you can watch it a lot of places, I think.
yeah, pretty sure you're right. It says streaming Prime and Hoopla, streaming free with ads on Tubi or Plex. Which, if you don't have Plex, you need to get it. Not just for the streaming stuff, but storing your own digital files and stuff like that, and categorizing. I love Plex. Anyway, you can also rent it $1.99 on Amazon. Shout Factory has the Blu-ray that Charles was talking about earlier, and it was released 2015. It's out of print. $40 if you want a copy.
$40.
Good
Yeah, I don't know about spending $40 on the brain that wouldn't die, but
Yeah,
if you
I'm
wanna
not
do
sure.
it, I would say go ahead and give it a watch on Tubi, streaming free with ads, because those
Yeah,
ads I
it's
think will
just-
help you in this one.
It's a classic mad scientist, kind of a 50s film. So if you've never seen it, I'd definitely check it out.
I mean, especially this. It's not the first movie that did a head and the decapitated head movie, and it's not the best. I mean, you will feel a little
It
bit of
wasn't the
Reanimator
last
in this
either.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll feel a little Reanimator-ness in this movie, but I feel like we should remake this movie, Lloyd. Should be you and me.
Richard recommended that earlier. I think we should too.
Let's do it.
I
We
just
could do
got
it in like
I just got a
60
new
minutes.
I just got a new iPhone. Do you think we can shoot the whole thing on our
Yeah.
iPhone?
Yep.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
do
because
it.
we have to like digitally degrade it down to like VHS quality, so it looks good. So let's do it.
Okay, that's what we're doing. We're gonna shoot it on the iPhone.
All right. It's gonna happen.
All right. What's next, Charles? You're next up in this fabulous year of 1962.
All right, guys. Well, We got a movie by a familiar guy who did a bunch of movies that were basically this movie. An artist grows distant from his new wife, has his irrational fear of being buried alive consumes him. This was first released in Chicago. Why Chicago, I have no idea. March 7th, 1962. It's the American psychological horror film Premature Burial, directed by Roger Corman, based on the 1844 story of the same name by Edgar Allan Poe. One of, what was it, like 9 movies that, 8 or 9 movies that he did about Poe, like Poe-related stories, right?
Right, yeah, that were loosely based on Edgar Allan Poe stories. So, yeah, big series of those. Long line. We talked about one in 1961.
Yeah, this is actually the only one that does not star Vincent Price. This is the one and only one that does not star Vincent Price. So he was probably busy doing the other. If you look, I think Roger Corman did like 9 movies a year. Vincent Price did like 37. So
yeah,
probably that like 2 days he didn't have free. He was like, here.
Right. Well, Vincent Price, he was box office money back then, especially at this time.
Draw.
So how did Corman get him involved? Did he have like something hanging over him, like a sex tape or something?
It was him,
to do all of those Roger Corman flicks, because those were super low budget flicks too.
I don't exactly know the full history behind it. Somebody may know it, but I know it was all through American International Pictures, and AIP had signed on to do a whole bunch of these Poe movies. Yeah, they may have had the money to pay his fee.
Yeah,
and I know
maybe they did.
I know Corman knocked these movies out too. I mean, Corman wasn't somebody who was on set 90 days, 120 days shooting these movies. He'd make these in like 9 days and be like, "We're done. Give me another one.
And
Hit
then
me again."
He'd shoot another one on the same set and reuse all the sets.
Yep. He'd be like, "Hit me."
Let's go ahead and run this trailer, and we can continue to talk about Premature Burial. An Academy Award-winning actor, Ray Milland.
That's the best thing. Guys, Academy Award-winning actor. Oh my God. This movie is it's not great, but it's worth a watch. It's definitely, it shows you how much the other movies rely on the genius of Vincent Price to make them work,
Yeah. Well, Vincent Price definitely was, the marquee star on all of these
possessed by love.
Yeah, he was. But, it's started. I mean, Roger Corman did a crap ton of these movies, and I always felt like some of the Corman stuff was hit and miss with some of these, because he would do one that would seem to be really good, then he'd do another one that was just like you felt like maybe that was the second one that he made. He was like, "All right, we're doing this one in 4 days.
Yeah,
let's roll it."
Just cranking them out. Well, that's Corman. I believe there's several people in this Corman field or school of filmmaking, and I always kind of put Charles Band and Roger Corman in that same kind of category.
Yeah,
and there's a few others too, but they're super close to each other, both of those guys.
Yeah.
His father was prematurely interred.
I heard his voice.
All right, then prove it. I will.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, there's a skeleton. What do we do now?
With a wig.
With a wig? That's like a Friday night for me. That's how I spend my weekends.
I don't know. I enjoyed this movie. I remember seeing it as a really young kid, and it's a perfect movie for a young kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those kind of post-psycho thriller type movies, but it's definitely a period piece subgenre. A lot of those movies, he did this whole line of Poe films, and I know they were called something. What was it, like the Poe cycle or something he did? And I like a lot of them, but Yeah. Again, I think this one, it's just, I don't know, it just kind of leaves you wanting Vincent Price, but it's not bad. I mean, this was the second one that Charles Beaumont wrote. And this was his first horror film. Charles Beaumont would be known for a lot of stuff. He did another movie that's this year. I'll talk about him a little more, but somebody you should know, because Charles Beaumont, who wrote this one, also did like 25 episodes of The Twilight Zone. So really great writer, and yeah, just interesting. A lot of these Poe adaptations and Corman movies at the time had fantastic crews attached to them too. A lot of them with Richard Matheson and Charles Beaumont, a lot of people working on these. So it's kind of fun to see what was made of these.
Yeah, it is. I have fond memories, like I said, of watching this when I was a kid. So, and it's been years since I've seen it. I should go back and rewatch it.
This one's streaming on Prime, so there's that.
Sweet.
Prime and FlixFling. So, or you could stream it free with ads on Tubi and Plex as well. So
Boom.
There you go.
Man, Tubi is number one for horror fans right now. They're killing it. All right, guys.
What do you got?
We got another film coming up. What do you know? A woman who may be a witch defends her husband from forces attempting to harm him. First released in the U.S. April 25th, 1962. It's the British supernatural horror film Night of the Eagle, directed by Sidney Hayers. It's based on the 1943 novel Conjure Wife and was retitled Burn Witch Burn for the U.S. release.
Burn Witch Burn. Everybody knows it as Burn Witch Burn.
That is what I recognize it as well.
Yeah, this is actually the other movie. This was written, this was adapted to screen by Richard Matheson and Charles Beaumont. Both adapted this to screen from the book. Wrote a fantastic screenplay for this movie. Really, really like this movie a lot. Peter Wingard on this is a really great actor. And Sidney Hayers is a great director. And I always knew this as Burn Witch Burn. I didn't even know there was another title for it until like a couple of years ago, because everything ever for this in the US, DVDs, Blu-rays, VHSs, was always Burn Witch Burn.
Yep, everything was. I'm with you. I don't remember it by anything else but that title.
But Burn Witch Burn, it's just fun to say. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Burn Witch Burn. I don't know. I like that title.
I like that title too.
If we read it grammatically, it's Burn Witch, pause, burn.
Burn Witch.
Burn. There you
Burn
go.
Witch.
Burn Witch, burn.
I'm not big on what you would call grammar. Okay.
I'm not big on what you would call grammar.
What you would call grammar. I don't like that they're, then they're grammars.
Oh, well, I'm with you. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I was just pointing that out. I think it's funny. Burn witch, burn.
You're just
That's
racist.
All. I'm a racist. I don't like witches. Burn them all. Burn the witches. Do the undead demons of hell still arise to terrorize the world? I love those taglines.
They're so great. You're like, I don't know, but I have to know now.
I have to see this. Please take my money.
I like in Mexico, it's called Arde Bruja. Arde.
Arde Bruja. Arde.
And that one had 2 commas in it. So that one was Arde Bruja. Arde.
Nice. We'll see. I think the Spanish know what they're talking about a little better.
I mean, it sounds a lot better than Night of the Eagle. It sounds like some sort of adventure movie.
Yeah, Night of the
Eagle.
Yeah, it does kind of. Night of the Eagle kind of makes me think of like a Nazi espionage type film or something.
Oh, you got deep, man. Nazi espionage.
Nazi espionage.
Night of the Eagle. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Where can we watch this one, Charles?
Man, Night of the Eagle, you can only rent this $4 on Amazon or Vudu. But there is a Kino Lorber Blu-ray to the rescue for $19.99. That was done from a nice transfer. This is actually a really good film. Burn Witch Burn is really great. It builds up this like terrific atmosphere when you watch it. It's kind of similar to the 60s Night of the Demon film, and I think that's a superior film, of course. But this is equally as fun. It's effective. It's it focuses really seriously on like modern day witchcraft, and it's very strong. A lot of stuff you're watching is super believable, and overall it's just really, really fun. It's a creepy film, and it's one to enjoy. I'd recommend the Blu-ray very much so. The Blu-ray is really, really well done, and yeah, I mean, it's really great. It's really great. Like I said, Richard Matheson's a fantastic writer.
Oh,
So is
yeah, I
Charles
love
Beaumont.
Matheson.
And they adapted the
Absolutely.
fantastic screenplay, and the cast, and it's great. And one, if you haven't seen, definitely recommend giving it a watch. Give it a watch. Super
Yeah.
intelligent film.
Ashley Guillory says this is a good one, but if I remember right, Peter Cushing was considered for this. Can't help but wonder what he'd do as the main character. Oh, that'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. I didn't know that, but yeah, I think Cushing could have. Like I always say, the more cushion, the better the push. You know what I say, Lloyd?
I'm going back. Debbie D says, grammatically speaking, it's wrong. Yeah, because it's burn, which burn. So there's 2 commas in there, like the Spanish say.
Grammatically speaking, I'm an asshole. I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't know.
Welcome to Grammar Horror. Welcome to Horror Grammar, guys.
I don't know anything about grammar. I have this magic app that tells me all my grammar's wrong, and it fixes it for me. And I'm like, yep.
That's what I meant to say.
No, yeah, this is a good one though, guys. This is probably one of the better ones out of 62. Burn Witch Burn. Great film though. Really, really like this one. I'd like to hear more about Cushing being in it if he turned it down. Yep, do it to it, man. Do it to it.
Okay. Well, I agree. I like this one. I am excited about the next one though, Charles, and you have that one.
What do I have?
Oh, here's a movie. I've seen
Is
this movie.
Is this one of them there Flickr pictures?
It's a Flickr picture.
By the infamous man himself.
That is
All
right.
I actually know a lot about this movie too. A former prison doctor abducts beautiful women from nightclubs and tries to use their skin to repair his daughter's fire-scarred face. This was first released in Spain, May 14th, 1962. It's the Spanish-French horror film, The Awful Dr. Orlof, written and directed by Jess Franco. Oh, God. And, this was Jess Franco's breakthrough film. It's super old-fashioned, but, this is the guy who would be known for the strange films like Vampiros Lesbos.
Right.
All those movies. We need to do a show on Jess Franco so
with
bad.
Lena Ramay. Yeah, we do, because he's a super interesting guy. But I do think this is cool because we started off with the 60s with Eyes Without a Face, the French film. And this movie
Very
is
similar.
obviously inspired by Eyes Without a Face. 100%.
Yeah, 100% taken from that. I'll agree with you there.
I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer. Is this a Spanish production?
Such carryings on.
This is actually
And
this
such
is a film
carryings
out of
out.
Spain.
You've
With
never
Delta or Plaza Films, one of the two who did it. And he was actually a Spanish filmmaker, if I'm not mistaken. Born in Spain and died in Spain, Jess Franco.
Yes. Okay.
He was somebody I wish we could have got to come to convention before he passed. He passed in 2013, and
100%.
he wasn't doing anything before him. And this guy,
The doctor's dilemma.
Jess Franco, boy, he danced to the tune of his own drummer. He didn't care what he made. He was like, he's like, I want to make a movie, but I want everybody to be naked in it. But I want it to be serious now. None of it there parody stuff. I want real nudity. And this movie, there was 2 different versions of this release. There was an X-rated version, which had all the nudity, and then there was another edited version that Jess Franco made that was distributed to other countries. I think even in Spain. Because Spain had a different title. It was like Screams of the Night, and all the nudity was cut out of it, as well as a couple others. The UK, it was released as Demon Doctor, and it had the X rating on it with all the nudity, and that was in late 63 or 64, something like that. But
Really? Okay.
yeah, not really. This is nothing super special. But I like this movie. It does pale in comparison to Eyes Without a Face. But I mean, the black and white cinematography is great. The atmosphere in this movie is great. It's totally worth watching, especially if you're starting to get into Jess Franco. Franco's films can be broken down into like eras, essentially. And this starts one of his earlier eras of more straightforward horror that was real similar to the Gothic style horror of the time. Before he got into like the Jess Franco 70s porn horror stuff.
Right. Yeah. The kind of the Euro trash is.
Yeah.
Is
but those are so great too, though. They're just so great movies. And,
oh yeah.
Dr. Orlof was almost lost for a long time. I mean, when it was done at theaters through the mid 60s, it didn't show up again until sometime in the 90s. There was a VHS finally brought out from an old print. And this is a movie that could have been lost. And it only got pushed just because of the cult following Jess Franco was getting throughout the 90s and 2000s for a lot of his crazy films that people were finally starting to watch.
Yeah. Everything was starting to become popular with Franco films. I know there's a Redemption Blu-ray out there. I've not seen it though. Have you, Charles?
I haven't either.
I've heard it's a pretty decent resto.
I've heard it's a decent resto too. And it's just streaming on Hoopla. I haven't watched it on, so I think I'm gonna order that Blu-ray and give it a watch though. This is a good early one. There's a lot of Jess Franco movies that I could revisit, and this is one.
Yeah.
Jess Franco's one that I would like to do a show on for you guys, just because this is a guy who made like 200 movies. That's no joke. He directed like 200 movies, and there are about 20 of them in there that are really good, but you gotta work your way through some stuff.
Yeah. And like you were saying earlier too, there's so many different versions of a lot of his films.
All of his movies. Every country edited it.
So you could get like a full-on X-rated version, or you could get the US cut, or it's just crazy how many cuts there are of all of his films. But
yeah,
very interesting director.
Charles Anderson said he made 170 films. Yeah, I know it was like something like 200. Ashley said he told Corman to hold his beer. He's going to make all these movies. Yeah. Jess Franco was cranking these out. If you look in the 70s, 80s, he was like, I need to do another. And he was another one, like Lloyd mentioned, like he would film like 3 movies at the same time on the same set. He would just move over to the other side and be like, all right, we're doing this one now. You take off your top and dance. We're filming you. You're doing this other movie. Now take off your pants. You dance too. I'm over here.
He also directed the only Dracula film that Christopher Lee endorsed and liked. He said it was probably the closest to the book ever made was Jess Franco's version.
Yeah, that was Count Dracula, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just called Count Dracula or Dracula, but yeah, it was one that Chris Lee always talked highly of. But I also wanted to mention he made a lot of.
Here it is.
There you go.
Yeah, I have VHS with Kinski. This is a good VHS. Yeah, with Kinski and Christopher Lee.
That's the one.
So, that's the one. It's kind of weird. I actually just had it right here. It's right there.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. Like I told you, he actually did some phenomenal films. You just got to work through a lot of his filmography, and I think between me and Lloyd, we could probably point everybody on the right path of the ones to watch, because I've probably seen about, I don't know, maybe 80 or 85 of the movies he's done. There's a lot.
Well, by the way, IMDb shows he directed 207 different titles. And I also wanted to mention that he was working through the 2000s also.
Yeah.
Jess Franco. Most of these were really bad. They were basically just, skin flicks when it boiled right down to it. But
well, yeah, he did a lot of actual porn too, didn't he? Under a different name, wasn't it? Like Clifford Brown. Clifford Brown. He did some porn names under a pseudonym or something. It was weird.
Yeah. But there you go. The Awful Dr. Orlof. Definitely recommend everybody checks that out as soon as possible.
And it's a fun movie. I mean, he's Jess Franco's one of those that you need to learn more about. If you don't know already, I mean, he did a lot of really good stuff that some people are maybe familiar with, but this one and some of his other ones. I mean, we'll do a show on him at some point, and it'll be fun.
All right. Cool. All right. So should we move on to the next one, Charles? This next one is something that more people might be aware of. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Probably by the other title.
Yeah.
It's another one with multiple titles.
It is. In 18th century England, a Navy captain and his crew investigate reports of illegal smuggling and bootlegging in a coastal town where locals believe in marsh phantoms. Released in the UK, June 7th, 1962, is the Hammer supernatural adventure horror film Captain Clegg, directed by Peter Graham Scott and starring Peter Cushing. The film was released under the title Night Creatures in the U.S.
Night Creatures. Yeah, basically it's a swashbuckler film without any sword fights. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
I know this movie was so Hammer, when they made this movie, they wanted to, and what they were going to do was remake a film called Dr. Sin from 1937. Did you ever see that movie? I think it has Karloff in it.
Yeah. I think I've seen that one. I'm thinking of something else too, though, because Disney tried their stab at this character too, didn't they?
Well, yeah. So what happened was, Hammer was going to remake Dr. Sin, and in that movie, there's like a doctor. He dresses up like a scarecrow, and he runs like this smuggling ring. And then in the movie, he used to be the fearful pirate Captain Clegg. And Hammer was going to make that movie. They got ready to start shooting, and then it came to light that Disney bought the series of books that Captain Clegg was based on. And Disney was going to make their own TV series and like movie or something. So they didn't want Hammer to do anything. And they actually went to court because I guess through the weird way they did this, Hammer owned in some way the rights to remake that 1937 film with some stipulations. And I guess what ended up happening was the courts decided that Hammer could only make this movie if they made it solely as a remake of the premise of the 1937 movie. They couldn't use the title Captain Dr. Sin. They couldn't use the title Dr. Sin, and they couldn't use a character named Dr. Sin. They couldn't use a character named Dr. Sin that dressed up like a scarecrow. So they had to redo this movie to like not promote Dr. Sin, and it became Captain Clegg. So they shuffled around to make this, and I think it worked. I think they made something interesting of this that's a lot of fun,
Yeah, I do too. And then you've got the band from the Rob Zombie film, Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures. That was Halloween 2, right?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I know the band though. But I mean, yeah, this is fun. I mean, this is it's a strange pirate movie that doesn't really have many pirates in it. That's kind of what it is. But it works. It's just fun story. Cushing is really, really great in this movie. And, it's there's a little hokiness to it, but I like this one a lot. It's a fun story.
Yeah. It says plot. In 1776, a mulatto sailor is marooned on an island after assaulting the wife of a pirate captain, Nathaniel Clegg. I guess that's the complete history of all of that, if you go back, but crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, it's what's called Night Creatures in the US, and I think this one, I don't know if was this one around. I don't remember seeing this when I was younger, but I remember hearing about it when I was a little bit older and getting like a tape copy of it and watching it. And I liked it. I mean, the acting is really the strongest part of this movie. I mean, everybody in this is really, really good. But Peter Cushing is always very complex in everything he does. He does this really great job, and of making a lot of these characters different, because he's one of those guys who you could run into the issue where he always feels like the same character over and over again, but he always does a great job at developing his own characters. And I think this one he did a really great job. Super strong film though. And yeah, this is an Oliver Reed in this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, according to the poster. I don't
Oliver,
know if I've ever seen this movie.
yeah, you should check it out. I last watched it maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, but it's only on that if I recall, it's only on that Hammer Horror 8 film collection Blu-ray set. And it's only like $30 on Amazon though when I looked. So it's a good set to have.
Yeah, the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Isn't that the one? Oh my goodness. I'm reading Richard says, I have the CD of Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures. I got it from Jesse Dayton the time he was at Frightmare. Yep. He was at Frightmare. Captain Clegg himself.
Are you talking about the Disney one that was done though? I think that is
yeah, the Romney Marsh. I think that was Disney.
Yeah, I think they did I don't know, they did something. They did a TV show of all this crap, and it was on like the Magical World of Disney, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's the only place it ever was done. And so that's kind of what they did with it. They just threw it on like an episode of the Magical World of Disney or something.
I've actually
after throwing a fit.
Yeah, I actually remember seeing part of that. Part of that Magical World of Disney. But
it's probably why you get it confused, because it's kind of like you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it gets real confusing, but anyway.
But I would say, you know what? Just check this one out. You know what? Don't watch the other one if you can't. But you know, it was it's really good that is on that Hammer Horror Blu-ray set, because there was a while where this wasn't really available. Captain Clegg wasn't, or Night Creatures in the US wasn't available really anywhere for a long time. So it's nice to see it actually out there.
Yep, very true.
It is true.
All right. What's up next? What are we doing? Are we going to the next one, or have we talked about this one? All right, the next one. Bum, bum, bum.
All right.
Mysterious mishaps bedevil a London opera house.
Yeah.
Wonder what this could be. But when tragedy strikes during an opening night performance, it becomes clear that these accidents are the deliberate work of a deranged madman. Also released in the UK, June 7th, 1962, on a double bill with Captain Clegg.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Hammer horror film The Phantom of the Opera, directed by Terence Fisher, a loose adaptation of the 1910 novel of the same name, Phantom of the Opera. What do we got? We got a trailer for this, Charles?
Yeah, I think we do have a trailer for this. Phantom of the Opera, it's I don't know. I haven't watched this one in a long time. I remember enjoying it though, and I'm not really a fan of any of the Phantom of the Opera movies. I can tell people that I don't like many of them at all.
Oh, you like the musical? I've seen you dancing around your house in your underwear singing those songs.
That's different though. But I made my own musical. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. I have a great time when I dance by myself. Somebody out there is gonna dance with me.
These dusty corridors.
Yeah, so I mean, originally, it's kind of interesting, but originally this was intended as a vehicle for Cary Grant. Cary Grant wanted to do a hardcore horror film, and he got upset because, you know, when he was attached to this, they watered down the script and made it not as scary and graphic and gory. So he left the project, and then somebody else came on board. Cary Grant really wanted to do like a really freaky, gory, you know, full of makeup horror movie, and he got pissed and they wouldn't let him do it. He said, "I'm Cary Grant, you son of a bitch. I'm out of here. Before I beat you with a bag of oranges, I'm out of here."
Uh-oh. That guy was swimming under the water. Surprise attack. This is a creepy dungeon. Yeah.
The hideous echo of a night of agony and horror. A night that must be avenged, even from beyond.
Oh, it must be avenged. All right. Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, you know what? Phantom of the Opera. I mean, this is great. I mean, this it was a lot of the flashback scenes in this were filmed differently. They used what's called a Dutch angle. That's where the camera's tilted to give this weird effect. It's kind of an old time honored thing of doing flashback or dreams, but I thought it felt really cool in this, the way it separated it. I like this movie. As I recall watching it, I actually liked this one. Probably not my favorite, of course, Hammer film, but I found it to be really enjoyable. I felt like it could have maybe pushed the envelope a little bit more, but I thought it was kind of a safe, fun movie for Hammer at the time. I know it came out of whatever deal they had done in the late 50s with Universal and Columbia, trying to make some movie offshoots for them, and I know this was one of them.
Yeah. A lot of people, let's see, Kolchak says the best version he thinks might be the Robert Englund one. Yeah, Ashley says that she likes that one too. And then Travis said he likes the musical from Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's a classic.
Well, maybe me and Travis can redo the musical for Andrew Lloyd Webber.
We should. You should.
But Travis,
I think that'd be great.
you have to play the Phantom, Travis. I have to be the lady in the dress that shows up. That's the only way we can do it.
Oh yeah, well, Charles just wants to wear a dress.
Let me tell you guys, I've actually never seen the Robert Englund version. I should probably watch it. It's just I've never been a fan of Phantom of the Opera, really. I watched this one. I would say it's probably one of the earlier ones I watched. And then I tried to watch the original, which I believe was not the actual, one of the original ones, but way back in the day. And I didn't like that one. Yeah, so
what you really need to see is Phantom of the Mall.
I actually haven't seen Phantom of the Mall either, because probably it said Phantom on it.
Yeah.
Eric's Revenge. But I do know I could sell the shit out of some VHS copies of that because people love it.
Phantom of the Mall, that's right.
Phantom of the Mall, man. $20 a pop.
We're just gonna say this is the movie we recommend. Phantom of the Mall. Pauly Shore's in it,
and everybody's in that movie. Is it Udo Kier in that movie too?
Ken Foree's in that movie.
And Udo Kier?
I don't see Udo. I see Dante DeAndre. He's the piano man, apparently.
Is Ken Foree actually in Phantom of the Mall?
Yeah, so is Morgan Fairchild.
Why have I never seen this? I love Ken Foree.
I didn't know all of those people were in that movie either.
I had never seen Phantom of the Mall because it never really seemed like it appealed to me, because I was like, no, it's another Phantom of the Opera movie. Good Lord.
Not another one.
Richard has it. Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. There you go.
Yeah, that's probably the better one.
That's the best one. I have watched that. It's amazing when Kiss goes through that roller coaster and they come out and they're like shooting lasers out. They're like, bloop.
Brad said Dario Argento's Phantom of the Opera. Brad, I like that one, but if I have to pick one opera movie from Argento, it's got to be opera. Just plain old opera.
You're gonna watch
a great
opera?
Movie. Yeah.
There's no phantoms in it?
Well, there's a killer at the danged opera. So that's got to count for something.
Is Ken Foree in that one?
Oh, I think Ken Foree ought to be the Phantom in Dario Argento's opera.
I feel
what
like
kind of a mishmash of a movie is this?
Ken Foree needs to be in it, and of course Udo Kier has to be in this movie too. And we got to bring Pauly Shore in this one too.
I just want to see Ken Foree knock a door down and shoot some kids, like zombie kids, like he did in Dawn of the Dead.
No, not zombie kids. I want to see him kick down a door and just shoot kids for no reason in a movie.
Not zombie kids.
And I want him to go, I'm the Phantom of the Opera, bitch.
I'm the Phantom of the Opera. You're just like,
this
what?
Movie, there's no opera or anything.
There's no opera.
What's going on?
That's right.
Like, who is this man?
I'm deranged. I don't know where I'm at.
And then we'll do another scene where he kicks a door in and shoots somebody and goes, I'm Santa Claus, motherfucker.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that Akimbe Mutombo commercial where that basketball guy runs around and knocks the basketball out of everybody's hands and goes, not today. Ha, ha, ha. And then he runs away. That's the way I see Ken Foree in that movie.
Oh my God! All right, we're just call Ken. We got a movie on our hands here. Let's see how many scenes we can do of him kicking in doors and saying random one-liners. Happy Easter, son of a bitch! You shot my child. Well, Easter Bunny's coming. What's he talking about? I don't know. We didn't even write a script. We just told him to kick a door in and yell. I was a daughter of the dead, motherfucker.
Akimbe Mutombo.
You're Dikembe
right, Charles.
Mutombo.
I'm going to steer us back on course here.
Why not? I'll do the next one. Why not?
Okay. What did we just do? Phantom of the Opera? Okay, the next one is that me or you?
Well, you took mine. You took Phantom of the Opera, so
you do that one then. Go.
You do the next one.
Charles.
Get us back on track. Do it, Lloyd. Get us back on track.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Damn it. 3 Edgar Allan Poe stories feature murder, hauntings, and a penis hypnotist.
A penis? What?
And a penis hypnotist. Released in New York City, July 4th, 1962. How do
you hypnotize a penis?
It's the hypnotized penis. It's the American anthology horror film, Tales of Terror, directed by our pal from 1962, Roger Corman, and starring another pal, Vincent Price.
Oh, God, he's back. He's back for more.
We got through that one. My goodness. Tales of Terror.
Now we've screwed up. We got a poster. Now we have to come up with how we can work a penis hypnotist into our Ken Foree Phantom of the Opera movie.
Oh, yeah.
Hurry up! Hypnotize his penis. He's out of control. Okay. Get out your flute. Get out your penis hypnotizing flute.
Are you still on that one, Charles? We're on Tales of Terror now.
Tranquilize. No, this is part of it. This is the penis hypnotist.
Penis hypnotist. All right, Tales of Terror, 1962, directed by Roger Corman, starring.
I love Tales of Terror.
Vincent Price, I do too. Peter Lorre, which I love, and Basil Rathbone.
Basil Rathbone, man, great actor.
Yes.
Really known, really well trained Shakespearean stage actor. He was in a lot of costume films, a lot of swashbuckler films, and a few horror films along the way. But he was in a lot of late 30s Sherlock Holmes films, and Basil Rathbone's a fantastic actor. So great to see him in this. This is another fantastic movie. So,
written by Richard Matheson.
Another Matheson, man.
Another Matheson. Prolific writer. He was Stephen King before Stephen King thought about being Stephen King.
Man, Matheson wrote so much. I mean, we can attribute like a large portion of modern cinema to both Rod Serling and Richard Matheson. I mean, really, we can. That's just how it is. But this is just classic Corman and Price flick at its best. I mean, everybody in this is solid. The cast is so great in this film. This has a great mix of comedy and horror almost, because some of these are really well written and they're great some comedic elements into it.
Yes.
The Black Cat's pretty funny. It's fun and kind of crazy, That segment in this is great.
It is. It really is. Peter Lorre is the star of this movie, or Peter Lorre, in my opinion.
Peter Lorre, God, he's in a Black Cat segment. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he really was, and I always loved him as a kid growing up. Probably even more than Vincent Price.
This was a couple years before he died. He died in like 63 or 64. Peter Lorre did. Really young. He wasn't even 60 yet, I don't think. But man, Peter Lorre did. He was in M, the Fritz Lang film. Such a great film. And
yes,
great actor. I mean, this is a guy who was a powerhouse actor. I mean, this is probably one of the best actors of the 20th century. He is so good, so underrated a lot of times.
I totally agree. Yeah. So Tales of Terror, streaming on Prime. You can rent it, $3.99, Amazon and Vudu. Kino Lorber has a Blu-ray for $15.
It's a great Blu-ray. Great Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. I have to give Kino Lorber props because they've been bringing out a lot of these kind of hard to get ones. And you know what? This is a good example of how this Corman formula is working. Because even like I said, I wasn't a biggest fan of the other one, but it still worked really well. And this with this cast, it just works so good. So good.
Yeah, absolutely. Killer cast. This is a great flick, man. I can't stress how I think this is an important movie too. In a lot of
I'm
ways.
sorry. I was reading Raven Rose said that she's used some of those hand movements to hypnotize penises.
I saw that.
I didn't see that. But
break
you
up.
have to say it. Sorry, I just read that, but that's great. But yeah, guys, give this one a watch. I'd actually recommend, if you're a fan of these, but it is streaming on Prime. But man, that Kino Lorber Blu-ray is great. Really great one.
Yeah.
And
Horror and me just commented and said, "Hey guys, never seen this film, which is weird, but excited to hear about it." Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking this out, and I think this is worth the $15 Blu-ray purchase price
from Kino. Yeah, man, good price on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I could jump to the next one because Tales of Terror. I mean, we can. It's one of those we all love a good anthology, and it's kind of hard to talk a lot about a lot of the segments without kind of spoiling if people haven't seen it. It's a great movie though. Really great movie. So next one is it's one I really like that I wish would be this is
I don't think I've heard of this particular one, which is weird because I'm me and Mexican
it's hard to get
films. Yeah.
This one's hard to get. A husband murders his wife, and years later her ghost emerges from a witch's mirror to take her revenge. This was released in Mexico July 12th, 1962. It's a Mexican supernatural horror film, The Witch's Mirror, directed by Chano Urita. And The Witch's Mirror is super difficult to see. This is actually a pretty decent film. It's probably the reason why you haven't seen it, because it's never been streaming anywhere. And the only release has been on DVD by Synapse, and that was like 11 or 12 years ago. And the Blu-ray and the DVD is still out there, but it's like $30 or $40 to get it. But this is a great, early Mexican horror film, that kind of follows in the tradition we had last week of Mexican horror films. And this one was almost, this is one that I think has been lost to a lot of people. A lot of people haven't seen this one. But,
yeah,
it was.
I know I haven't.
I believe it was only released in Mexico, and it had a very short run in Florida and Georgia and Texas, I think, in the 60s. And it was dubbed over with this horrible dub you're seeing right now, but it actually stays pretty true to the original movie.
Interesting.
The Witch's Mirror.
The Witch's Mirror.
The trailer is like hilarious. But this is a solid Mexican horror flick. This is it's a pretty macabre film, but it's shot in black and white, and the black and white does play very well in this. I can't remember who's in this. Isabel Corona's in this. She's a great Mexican actress, and it's just the black and white really helps this film because the darkness really helps a lot of what you're seeing build up that atmosphere and the scare effects. Just sit back. This one you just sit back and enjoy, because this is one of those, if you hadn't seen, I think you'll really like it. Just like turn your lights off and just sit down and watch it, because it's a slow burn. It's a slow watch, but it will. Yeah, I think in the end you'll like it a lot. I think it's probably going to surprise you. It seems a little hokey from the trailer, which is like The Witch's Mirror, dun, dun, dun. But
right.
This is fun. It's
there's
it's
some
fun.
trying to appeal to like an American audience or something.
Yeah, it's got a mishmash of some other stuff that proved to be successful. Most notably, you can maybe feel a little nods to some of the Corman stuff that was being brought up this time, some of the Poe adaptations. But yeah, I like this one. It's fun. The DVD is actually pretty good. I really hoping this one is remastered and brought out on Blu-ray. But right now, all we've got is that DVD, and this is a cool flick. I like this one a lot.
Sweet. I know I want to check it out now. Am I next?
Good, man.
Am I jumping on toes here again, or
you
I'm
are
next, right?
You're the next one. It's all you.
I am the next contestant on The Price is Right. In 19th century London, a woman weds a doctor with necrophiliac tendencies whose first wife died under mysterious circumstances, and she might be coming back from the grave to torment her successor. Released in Italy, August 1962, it's the Italian horror film The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, directed by Riccardo Freda and starring Barbara Steele. We got a trailer.
Oh, the beautiful
for this
Barbara
one.
Steele.
The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Ooh.
Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Another actually really good movie with a great cast. Italian film. And, one I've seen quite a few times just because I love anything Barbara Steele's in. She's phenomenal.
Quando l'amore è un'orribile perversione. Quando I sensi rinnegano il bacio della vita per il
This is another one that has a really great Italian poster. If you ever see the original Italian poster, she's like sitting in a chair. And the doctor's like all like still. The doctor's like over her with the thing. Beautiful poster. Beautiful artwork. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. It's like most of these movies, this is gothic horror. I mean, that's pretty much every film at this time period is gothic horror. But
Right, sure.
this is it's a fun movie. I like this. I think this is one of Barbara Steele's best movies. I think she does fantastic in this. It's gorgeously shot.
There she is.
Beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
She's beautiful. The scenes in this are so beautiful. I mean, a lot of the shots done by the director and the cinematographer in this are great. You know what? It is a hard watch. It can be a little difficult. Like a lot of gothic horror, the screenplay is a slow burn. You got to work your way through this, but it's it's fun. It's a lot of fun though. It's got beautiful coloring, like we said. I think they did Technicolor of this. It's a Technicolor film, and beautiful Technicolor.
Trailer looks nice.
Yeah, trailer looks nice. There's been a decent, this is one of those movies. There's always been decent prints of it. It seems like I've never seen a bad. Even this was on VHS. It wasn't really that bad. So, this was the first movie that was. I think this was the first horror movie that, maybe not, one of the first few ones that this director. This director did a lot of movies, and maybe that. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. This is Riccardo, wasn't it? Did this?
Riccardo Freda.
Riccardo Freda, yeah. Riccardo Freda did a lot of movies. Then I'm thinking of somebody else. Riccardo Freda, I think he did. Oh, what was the movie he did in the 50s? Lust for the Vampire or something? It's a good movie.
Is that what it is?
I can't remember. It was Lust of a Vampire or something like that. I can't remember. He did a great movie in the 50s. But he did a lot of really good gladiator films. That's kind of what I know this director from. He did a movie called Alone Against Rome. That's a pretty fun one. Seventh Sword. That's another good one. I know this director more for his gladiator and action films than for his horror, but this is a great movie. I mean, really, really great movie.
Yeah. And I just love just looking at Barbara Steele. My goodness. She was a beauty.
I've heard a lot of people say about this movie that, this is a beautiful movie. It's creepy. Barbara Steele is gorgeous, but the movie doesn't make any sense. And I usually have to agree with people on that because it is kind of hard to follow. It's got a really deep screenplay in there. And I would go so far as to say it doesn't make sense. But if you look away and try to do something else when you're watching this, you're going to be like,
you're
I don't
gonna
know.
get lost. Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what's going on in this movie. But it's a lavish film. I mean, these movies are beautiful. I mean, the cinematography in this is grandeur. It's beautiful, but Barbara Steele, she makes the movie.
That's it. There you go.
I mean, Barbara Steele was such a unique beauty. I mean, it's like everything she did, like really enhanced whatever movie she was in, and she fit into like every single movie. She was just so fantastic.
You just got that dark eye, dark hair beauty kind of a thing,
Yeah, I've always loved her. We need to get her back to the show.
We do. She was a lot of fun, and she wants to come back. I just haven't been able to the last couple of years, but I would love to bring Barbara back. I remember you got to hang out with her, didn't you? Didn't you get to drive her to like her friend's house in Dallas or something?
Yeah, I got to hang out with her a lot. I think somebody else drove her to her friend's house, but I got to hang out with her quite a bit though, and especially because she liked to she would get really antsy. Like she wouldn't like being at the table for a long time, so she'd always want to go sit and hang out in her room and stuff. So
Yeah.
me and her talked a lot about these movies, and she remembers all these movies. She remembers everybody who worked on them. She would tell you who was mean and who wasn't mean, who was nice, and it's just great talking to her. I've seen her the whole time like, oh my god.
Amazing. Yeah, she's a freaking legend too. So
mm-hmm.
It was great, but unfortunately that was during the swine flu. So I think that's why she was kind of that way that year. So
yeah, she had like
we'll have to get her back
sometime and gloves.
And gloves, yeah. Crazy, man. Good times though. Lots of fun.
Yeah, great times. You know, I great times. That's why we all like going and doing this. You know, get to meet these people.
That's right, baby. Okay, so that movie. Yeah,
Hitchcock. It's not streaming anywhere, and the Blu-ray is $18, and the Blu-ray is pretty good. I can't remember who put it out, but the Blu-ray's out there.
That's got to be Kino, I would imagine.
Probably.
Just guessing, but
now
yeah, it sounds like a Kino title.
The next one is one everybody knows. I'm assuming the next one everybody knows this movie. This movie's been everywhere for every point of existence. So let's see. What do you think?
By the way, Charles, it's not a Kino title. It's an Olive title.
Olive. All right. Olive sometimes brings out these weird movies, you know?
Mm-hmm. And good for them. Good for them.
Olive's like this weird little boutique company that you don't hear a lot about. And they just kind of drop some cool stuff. They're like, here, we're Olive.
That's right.
They're like, all right, Olive. All right, guys. So the next one. After a traumatic accident, a woman becomes drawn to a mysterious man named Lloyd Cryer. Ooh, damn, Lloyd.
Right.
No, so after a traumatic accident, a woman becomes drawn to a mysterious abandoned carnival. This was released in Lawrence, Kansas, because let's do it. It's Lawrence, Kansas.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, September 26, 1962. It is the American psychological horror film Carnival of Souls, produced and directed by Herc Harvey. And the reason why everybody has seen this everywhere is because the U.S. release of Carnival of Souls failed to include a copyright on its prints and was automatically placed in the U.S. public domain after its very first screening in Lawrence, Kansas, and it was not really released much other places in the U.S. However, I do know Carnival of Souls was released overseas, and it did secure copyright for overseas market appropriately. It was just the U.S. markets that it got dropped in a public domain and screwed itself over. Carnivals of Souls, for as long as I can remember, has been available on 49 different VHSs, 633
just like
DVDs.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yep. Every week it'd be like, well, we're bringing out Carnival of Souls and Night of the Living Dead. It's like, oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So you have a great time.
But Criterion did pick this one up, and they have a beautiful restored version of this movie.
And the Criterion restored version is copyrighted. So Criterion went through that hassle of getting their restored, corrected version copywritten to where that version cannot be taken and reused and shown. And theirs is the best version of this.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for them. It was not easy from what I understood when they did that, but they did it. So good for them. Carnival of Souls is a great movie, though. This is one that I've watched for a long time before I even knew what made film. I can remember seeing Carnival of Souls, and I enjoy this one. I do.
Yeah, it's that and Night of the Living Dead, and that's a lot of people say, and I kind of go along with this, that neither of those movies may not have been very well known had it not been for the mistake of the public domain thing. So. It kind of sucks, but it gave a lot of people a career, and maybe that's the positive outlook on it.
I guess you got to look for the silver lining. It's interesting. This one hit public domain, but what are you gonna do? Herc Harvey, who made this, didn't really do any other movies. I don't think. I know he did a lot of shorts. Like, I think I looked at his IMDb and it was like, his IMDb was like 50 director's credit, but like 49 of them were like film shorts or something. So kind of interesting. And I did see he directed, his last thing he ever directed was an episode of Reading Rainbow. So let's all go watch that.
The
does that
Reading
sound?
Rainbow.
Yes, he directed the 1983 episode segment called Puddle Hopping. So there you go.
Hello to Phil's Creepy Videos. Thanks for watching, Phil. We appreciate
What's up,
you.
Phil?
Yeah, and thank you for anybody else that I have missed tonight. We've got several new folks. Where'd you hear about us? Thanks for joining us, man. It's always cool seeing new people, and you always wonder where you came from and where you heard about us. So
Heck yeah, man.
that's right. Let us know. Let us know.
We just like to talk about the movies, but Carnival of Souls is fun. But like you said, the public domain does suck, and I think it did build a really big career for Romero. It kind of helped him. Herc Harvey, though, I don't think it helped him too much. He didn't really seem to go anywhere after this. I think it's kind of sad. Carnival of Souls is a very unique film. It's really, really well shot. I mean, I call Carnival of Souls a masterpiece, and the fact that Criterion went through the struggle to get this movie restored and make sure nobody stole it from them after it was restored is very, very nice. I do. I mean, I like this one a lot. It's really, really great. This is cinema was changing a lot around this time period. I feel like this was, shot pretty well for the time period. Especially in the early '60s. It's definitely indie horror masterpiece.
Yeah. But it was kind of like a new type of horror, so it definitely was responsible for, like you said, taking horror into a new, different direction. So
yeah,
kudos to Carnival of Souls for that.
Cool. Carnivals of Souls. Yeah, nice little horror piece. But like you said, this is a great example for independent filmmakers because this one is shot low budget, minimal effects, minimal shooting locations, relying just heavily on a good script and some good shooting. And just rolling with it. This did it really well.
There you go. Like we were talking about, there is a great Blu-ray from Criterion out there. And you can get those for a good price, usually on sale. They're regularly $39.99. Streaming on Prime, Hoopla, plus 8 other services.
Everywhere streaming this.
Yeah, your quality will vary depending on where you stream it from, I'm sure, with this movie. It's streaming free with ads on Tubi and Plex, and you can also rent it for $2 on Vudu.
On Vudu, and I would tell you guys not to rent it for $2 because Vudu has like a sub SD quality one that they have on there for rent. The one on Tubi free with ads is actually a lot better than the one that's a rental. Your best copy is the Criterion one, and I believe this is streaming on the Criterion channel. So if you have the Criterion channel and don't really want to throw out $40 for the Blu-ray, the Criterion channel, they have this off and on streaming. So that's kind of your best shot. I didn't look at the Prime one. I think this is on HBO Max too, if I'm not mistaken. It's everywhere.
Okay. Well,
this is one of those where you say, Alexa, play me Carnival of Souls. And it'll go, there's too many places. I don't know where he'll play it.
Well,
It'd be like, I'm sorry.
Back in the day, especially around Halloween, you could just turn on the TV and some channel would be playing this. So
PBS.
I remember that. Yeah.
PBS used to play Night of the Living Dead. I remember when I was a kid. PBS would have it on Halloween night. Night of the Living Dead.
Yep, that's always true. Okay, Richard Nettleton said he wrote about Frightmare HQ on a bathroom wall. That's why we're getting some new folks in here. Thanks, Richard. That was awfully nice of you. And Travis wanted to know if
on there.
He wanted to know if Richard wrote it with his poop on the wall.
Well, that's went deep.
Phil's Creepy Videos said, new to your channel, found out about it from flyers stapled to the hydro poles in my city. I guess you have some fans here in Canada. What in the what? Charles, did you drive up to Canada and start stapling flyers on poles?
I do have. What part of Canada are you in? Because I do have a set of people who buy VHS tapes from me off the Frightmare HQ website that are in Canada. I have like a set of 4 people who buy them.
There you go. So they're probably spreading the word and putting up your flyer. Good job, Charles and Phil. Thanks for actually tuning in. That's awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Lots of fun.
All right, guys. So we got that wrapped up. Carnival of Souls. Next one up. I think that's me.
Okay.
Is it you?
this is you, but this is the third movie by this guy.
I know. I was gonna say. All right. The twisted Richard III is haunted by the ghosts of those who he has murdered in his attempt to become the King of England. Released in the U.S. October 24th, 1962.
Whoa.
Two, not one.
Two.
It's the American historical horror drama Tower of London, directed by who else but Roger Corman,
Roger
and
Corman.
starring who else but Vincent Price.
Oh god, you know what I love about this movie is it's called Tower of London. It was filmed in Los Angeles by an American guy. It was never even released in the UK to theaters ever. It's like, why not? Why did they leave Hammer Horror to do this movie? It's like, come on.
Probably should have. We have a clip of this one, right?
Yeah, we have a clip. I like this movie a lot, but I'm fairly certain that it wasn't distributed in the UK until like a few years later, and even then I don't think anybody saw it. They were like, what is this?
Are you content to die there? Or are you ready to grant what I wish? Huh?
Nah.
But man, this movie, this is Vincent Price is fantastic in this movie.
The lovely ladies liking Gelda.
He's insane, but also Joan Freeman. Joan Freeman's great in this too.
I just love listening to his voice. I don't care what he's saying or talking about.
I'm
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, Joan Freeman's in this. Joan
They're gonna
Freeman's
stretch her.
great. And you guys might remember Joan Freeman because she played Mrs. Jarvis in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, like 20 years after this. And not much else. I mean, I know she was on a lot of TV shows in the 60s and 70s, but she's a great actress. She's great in this movie. Tower of London is a fun movie, and this one, though, if I recall, did not do well at the box office. And I think it's just because people were like, what are all these movies that are like all being brought up by this guy? It's all the same movie.
Do you think they were getting burned out on Vinny?
The sons of your brother. All you have to do is
I don't
testify
know,
that they are not my
but,
flesh and blood.
I mean, there's only so much. I mean, there's.
This
This is the third movie of the year for Roger Corman. It's a Poe movie. They're probably like, all right, guy, we get it. We like you like Poe.
Yeah.
Like, let's roll off.
Then you'll need to do it. Gather.
Is Tower of London based on a Poe story? It's not?
It could be.
I don't know. I don't think this.
I don't think it is, but I'm just saying it's real similar to the Poe movies. Like,
Oh yeah, it's just
that's
the
what I'm saying, like,
period
they're very
piece
similar.
type. Well,
period
yeah.
movies, costume.
Roger
wars,
and Vinny
all-
back again.
Is it worth it?
Yeah,
Mr. Shaw?
they're just like, I'm sure people were at that time probably like they would see the posters. The posters were similar, the trailers were similar. They're like, I think we watched this movie. They're like, Joan, I think we done watched this movie last month. They're like, no, this is a different one, Jim. This one here in the tower. I already saw this movie, Joe. No, Jim, this different. That's probably what happened. It was just like that.
Too late, Lord. She's dead.
Ashley says that it's loosely based on Shakespeare. Okay, thank you, Ashley.
Loosely based on Shakespeare. Well, yeah. That sounds good. Let's go with
right.
that. But Tower of London is a fun movie. I think this is one that, like I said, got lost in the these years of Roger Corman. He cranked these movies out. Yeah, it is. There was and I know there was a Universal horror film that had the same name, but this is not related to it because I used to think it was. And I don't believe it is. If Ashley said it's loosely based on Shakespeare, I don't know which Shakespeare. If you know what Shakespeare it's based on, let me know. I kind of felt like it was a little bit of Richard III's Shakespeare, but it didn't really feel a lot like Richard III. It felt like Richard III and Macbeth had like a baby and made this movie. It's kind of what it felt like, but.
Debbie says she died from being stretched. Yeah, that's what happens.
That could happen. I mean, that could happen. They put you on the rack. They
Stretch you out. It's not even
you out.
it's not even a physical thing. Sometimes you can just die from the stress. I'm making this up as we go. So
yeah, you're just making up bullshit now.
yeah.
Tower of London's not a masterpiece film by any means, but it's super enjoyable. He does this. Vincent Price does this fantastic villainous performance in this, and like the other movies Corman made, he's got a lot of the same people working on these. The cinematography is beautiful. Lots of really dark corridor passageway shots. Really helps build up this movie. Really I think this movie worked with the cast and crew. There wasn't much to the story, but you know what? Oh, Ashley said I got it right. Richard III mixed with Macbeth. Woo! I got something right. That's what it sounded like, so it's good. Yeah. But I think this is one of, like I said, one of the lesser known Corman movies of the time. I think people know the Poe stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah.
This one is very Poe-esque, but it's like a lot of people don't really know this one, and it is out on that Vincent Price collection, Vincent Price Collection 3 from Shout Factory. So that's like the only way you can get it if you want to watch it. I actually have the Arrow. Arrow brought this out on Blu-ray in the UK. So I have the Arrow UK Blu-ray release of this, which is not, normal US compatible, but I have a region free player.
Oh, you're sexy, Charles.
I'm sexy. I go deep, but I know, dude. Regions,
all this region free talk and
dude, I get nasty
imported Blu-rays.
Holy crap. It is, dude. How does it make you feel deep inside? It's got like 32 megs on that Blu-ray, right?
It makes me feel like I want to be deep inside of you.
Oh, well, that's like every other day.
Charles went, oh, well, okay, moving on.
Whew. If I had $1 for every time somebody told me that, I'd have $2.
That's right. Well, listen, guys, that was Tower of London.
Yeah.
So, yay, Tower of London. Watch it. Let's watch it.
Let's
watch that movie.
Horror Me said, talk VHS to me. I could talk VHS to you all day.
Oh, yeah, talk VHS to me.
You want to talk about White Zombie on VHS? Ooh.
Yeah, and Horror in Me also, I think you were the one that said everybody smash that like button. Yeah, everybody smash that like button. Several of you on right now, so if you could thumbs up us on Facebook, we would appreciate that. And another thing is hitting the notification, so you get notified of every time that we go live. I think how do you do that? Do you just subscribe? And there's some kind of, used to be a notification bell that you'd hit the bell and it would notify people. But anyway, check it out. Please, please, please follow us and like us. We appreciate that. Charles, we got one more movie.
VHS talk. We're talking VHS talk to Horror in Me. He loves it.
That's right.
How about this one? How about Demons 2? Does it get you nasty? I've got 14 copies of Texas Chainsaw Massacre on VHS. I should just give all these away. They're actually just stacked on my desk. Different years and regions. I'm just like, yeah.
Richard Nettleton says, stepped away for a minute and came back just in time for Lloyd to go deep inside Charles.
Woo! All right, guys. I'm going to get my leprechaun mug out here. We're getting nasty. Hold on.
That's right, Charles. So, you guys keep sticking around. We got one movie left. And then
I'll do a giveaway.
All right.
Giveaway. I have.
That's good to hear. Everybody stick around for the giveaway.
I have to go get a giveaway. I see a giant stack of giveaway stuff, but it's on the other side of my office. It looks very
Battlefield
far away.
Earth VHS tapes.
Oh, I got those, guys. Well, it's surprising enough. Remember, I had like 20 of those, and I jokingly said I'll give them away to people, and like I had like 17 people who were like, "I want one." I was like, "Okay."
So you got rid of them all. Yay!
Yeah, except for like 2, and I'm like, "I'm keeping these 2. They're mine." One day I'm gonna find John Travolta and be like, "Sign these. It changed my life. I need it."
You'll become a Scientologist.
We got one movie left for 1962, guys, and then we end with a bang. We end with a good one here.
We actually do. Yeah, you're right, Charles.
Yeah, we do. Former child star torments her paraplegic sister in their decaying Hollywood mansion. What could this be, guys? Who knows? Released Halloween Day, October 31st, 1962. It's an American psychological horror film called Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, produced and directed by Robert Ulrich and starring Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. Oh yeah, what a beautiful, fantastic poster that is. That poster. Can we recreate that poster with you and me?
Oh, I think we already have. I think we
I
could
think
just
we have actually.
we could capture screenshots of that. I think which one is which? Are you Betty Davis or Joan Crawford?
I think I'm Joan Crawford, but I never know. Sometimes it changes.
they're both like they're both like mega Hollywood cunts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that word, but it,
That
Joan
was
Crawford.
they were
Didn't
feuding,
Joan
weren't
Crawford like beat up her? Wasn't she mommy dearest? She like beat up her kid.
they?
And
Yeah. No.
forced her a
way,
hysterectomy, and
ever.
I know that's all I can think of now when I seen Joan Crawford in any movie. All I can think of is mommy dearest.
You know what? This was a movie that nobody wanted to touch. Nobody wanted to make this movie. Nobody wanted to deal with these two. It took a lot of convincing from the director Robert Ulrich to get this made. The studio at the time did not want this. These two ladies hated each other. Their on-set feud has become infamous for this movie.
I can't
boy-
imagine that. They just seem like such lovely ladies in real life. Look at them. Just look at these
God,
two lovely elderly ladies. I'm sure they were just so pleasant to be around.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hagsploitation film, man. This is a. I'm not making up that term. It is.
I hope I'm not offending any Betty Davis or Joan Crawford fans, but
guys,
come on, guys. These were notorious. These two were notoriously bitchy people.
And I'll be the first to say that they were both phenomenal actresses, but they were both mega super duper cunts in real life. No, it's no joke, and everybody knew that. Everybody in Hollywood knew that. And this director talked about putting these two ladies together, and the studio was like, "You got to be out of your fucking mind." They're like, "You're not putting these ladies together to do a movie." They're like, "Well, they're both going to do it for the pay." And he's like, "I don't care. You can burn down my house, and I still won't do it." But he wanted to do this, and this was
Debbie D. Like I think she liked your hagsploitation.
It's hagsploitation. I'm telling you, this movie will kick you, and you can see it spill out through this movie in these scenes that these ladies were freaking insane in real life. You can feel it. Like, this is just like it's brimming at the top. Like, this movie's about to explode when you watch it. It's so
Betty Davis scares me.
She's
Joan
terrifying.
Crawford scares me. They both are scary women. I don't know that I could be around them for too long. I think they'd bite my head off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. These two ladies did not like each other. And then it got worse after this because, Joan Crawford was snubbed for an Oscar nomination, and these two ladies just quit it. They were just, oh my God, they were insane.
Isn't that scene in Mommy Dearest when she's watching the Oscar slip away or something? Didn't she like watch it from her bedroom or something? That's a great movie to pair with this movie. Watch this movie and then watch Mommy Dearest with it. It helps. That's a true life. I mean, that's a really scary movie. We're talking about horror movies all the time on this show, but that's a true life scary shit, man.
Oh, that is a scary movie. She was nuts. I mean, Betty Davis was nominated for Best Actress in this movie. Joan Crawford was not nominated. Joan Crawford did not take it too well. Let's just say that. She was not. You could say that she wasn't a happy camper before, but that didn't help anything. She was not happy. And
I think that's what prompted her to send her daughter to get a hysterectomy. She was just pissed off she didn't win an Oscar.
She wasn't even nominated.
I don't even know. I don't even know how real Mommy Dearest is. I'm sure it's been super dramatized and whatever, but I don't know. Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
Whew. And Betty Davis. Betty Davis just scares me. I'm afraid she's gonna like bend me over her knee and spank me silly.
Jesus. I don't know. But I like this movie a lot. I think what helps is just everything that went on behind this movie. Like, this movie's insane. This movie's nuts. This is a phenomenal movie, though. I mean,
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, this movie was nominated for seven Academy Awards, and it did really great, and I know she was mad she wasn't nominated, but shit happens. This is a great movie, beautifully done. Robert Ulrich was insane. The fact that he got this made with these two crazy ladies is nuts, and this really
everybody's glad I gave him that mental image of me over Betty Davis's knee getting spanked with my pants down. Well, I just added that detail so you guys would have that mental image too.
He makes me dress up like Betty Davis a lot. It's weird, but I do it.
I like to dress up like Betty Davis and be spanked. It's kind of something I'm into.
He makes me dress
if I'm
up
honest
like Joan,
with everyone.
He makes me dress up like Joan Crawford and beat him in the ass with a hanger while he dresses up like Betty Davis.
Yeah.
No wire hangers, Lloyd.
I put on the makeup, all that thick makeup.
You're like,
that Joan Crawford makeup, and I go,
yeah.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Jamil.
You're ready? How ready are you? Betty Davis and Joan Crawford at the time really, they really thought this movie was going to skyrocket their careers again. It didn't, really. It really didn't.
We're going to be big stars again, Joan.
Again,
Oh, you're so right, Betty. Now shut up before I claw your eyes out, you bitch.
But the guy who directed this, he went on to do a lot of other stuff. He did Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte after this. And who was in that? Wasn't Betty Davis in that
Betty
one?
Davis, yeah.
Yeah.
That
and
Betty?
he did. Yeah, then he went on, though. He did Dirty Dozen. I know he did Dirty Dozen and did a lot of other stuff. Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds.
Well, it helped his career.
Yeah, I think after this, the only thing I know that Crawford did after this was Straight Jacket, which was like a couple years after this. She did Straight Jacket, and that was, I don't know, pretty much it. Man, I guess you shouldn't beat your kids. That probably would help. That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story. Don't beat your kids because you ain't gonna get no more roles in movies.
This is specifically why I've not been beating kids for 4 years. All right.
So you're waiting on that big Academy Award nominated role.
My Academy Award nominated role in Carlos Blueberry meets Betty Davis in space.
Charles Anderson says Betty Davis and the actress Marion Hopkins were also enemies on the set of Old Acquaintances in 1943. Hopkins kept upstaging Betty while filming. I just have a feeling that anybody Betty worked with probably walked away with their tail between their legs. So I don't know. That's just my guess.
I feel like she's a lady who would jump out of you in the dressing room and like stab you in the stomach and be like, "I cut you, motherfucker! I cut you."
I don't know what she did.
And me up.
Scary.
Come on. Yeah, but what else can we say about this movie except that you can watch it on HBO Max.
It's a classic.
On HBO Max. The Blu-ray's like $18 for this. I think it's a studio issued Blu-ray, but you can rent it for $2 on Amazon. It is streaming on HBO Max and Hoopla. So
I think that I have remember the media hardcover book versions of movies?
Oh, the Digibook.
Yeah, I think I have a Digibook of this movie.
That's a hard one to find. That one's a little harder to find. But I'm gonna tell you guys, double feature this with Mommy Dearest. This is on HBO Max. Mommy Dearest is on Prime Video. So if you got both of those, go double feature this, because this is gonna be the best double feature you've ever had in your life. You're gonna walk away sweating with like you watch Cops. You're gonna need a towel tied to your head.
Yeah, a towel.
A towel. I'm gonna go get something to give away.
I didn't think the towel was gonna be for your head, but okay.
Oh, it's for multiple things. You got to get it wet first.
Right.
All right.
So guys, that wraps it up. We do have a giveaway though. Charles is going to give something away.
You got to come up with a question, Lloyd.
I have to come up with a question.
And I got to go get something to give away because
according to Lloyd, what were Betty Davis and Joan Crawford? What kind of? God, no, that's a terrible question.
They were dirty. What kind of cunts were they? Were they dirty cunts?
You know what? Actually, I think I have a good question.
I don't know.
Here's my question. You know what I got to do though is I got to open up Twitch before I can do that, Charles.
I don't know. Let's do a Hammer movie. How about that?
You like a Hammer movie?
Yeah, let's do a Hammer movie. I got a Hammer movie.
I'm gonna get logged in, guys, so I can see our Twitch folks where we read the question.
I mean, I've only got like 73 Blu-rays.
Hey, Maziano, turn me up.
I'm just gonna grab one here. This one will work. Ugh.
Okay, so here I am.
I'm back. I'm back.
Let's see.
I'm back. I got a movie.
Okay, so here
Took
I
a
am.
lot out of me. I'm back.
Let's see.
Take a nap now. I'm back. I got a movie.
All right.
Where's my song at? Where's my song at, Lloyd?
I'm ready to go, Charles. Here's my question.
Hello, my little rooster, and my rooster loves me. I'm gonna cherish that chicken neath the green bay tree. My little rooster goes, that chicken neath the green bay tree. Me, I'm gonna cherish that little rooster. And
What's going on?
I don't know. Okay. All right. Here's my question.
Wait. Here's what I'm giving away first. I'm giving away a Blu-ray copy of The Curse of Frankenstein,
Aha.
the 2-disc special edition of The Curse of Frankenstein from the now defunct Warner Archive. So
Nice. Okay. So the question is, who sang the 1981 song Betty Davis Eyes? That's not really a horror question, but it is
Led
related. Led Zeppelin. Okay, are you watching YouTube, buddy?
No.
You got to watch YouTube, and I'm going to watch Twitch. Oh, Travis Brown answered it first. Travis, you got to give everybody a chance, Travis. Dang,
Travis
man.
is a machine. Travis hasn't won in a while, though.
He hasn't. Okay. So, Travis, he guessed it. The answer is Kim Carnes. He got
Kim
that one
Carnes.
first.
Kim Carnes. Kim Carnes. You want to do another one? We can always do another one, Lloyd.
You want to do one more?
Let's do it. Let's come up with another question. That's gonna go to Travis.
All
Let me
right.
get my ass up and go get another movie. I'm gonna go do that.
All right. I got to think of another question.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord, help me. I
Oh,
gotta get over here.
Lord. I'm going to
There's
love
too many-
that little rooster.
There's too many VHS tapes in here. It's like Blockbuster exploded. Oh, here's one. This is a completely different kind of movie.
It's a different kind of movie. What are you talking
What
about?
is this? I don't even know what this is. Hold on. Ooh, it's nasty.
All right, Charles. Are you lost?
Yeah, it's crazy in here. All right, here's another movie. We gave away Death Valley.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
I
that's a
love
fun
Death
one.
Valley.
With Ralphie.
So let's
Not
make
even a scream escapes. Dun dun dun.
Why don't
Death
we
Valley.
make this question about Death Valley, okay? This is
Yep.
a 1982 movie, Death Valley.
It's a
Charles
great
is
movie.
going to give that away. The question is, who played the main villain in this movie? Death Valley. The
We don't care.
main villain. Udo.
I am Udo. I'm very famous Hollywood actor.
Okay,
from Death
what are
Valley.
you watching? Are you watching YouTube?
Dude,
Charlie?
hold
Chucky?
on. I'm Chucky. Yeah, I got it.
You got it? I'm on Twitch. I'm watching. Who played? Oh, Twitch Nate 81. I just saw it pop up. Good job, Twitch Nate. The name
Yeah.
of the actor who played the villain is Stephen McHattie.
Stephen McHattie.
Stephen McHattie. He played Hal in
Yep.
this film. This is actually a great movie, guys. It's got Catherine
Yeah.
Hicks from Child's Play.
fantastic.
Yep.
These
Stephen
are all brand new
McHattie.
movies, guys. These are all brand new. I get them for you guys.
Yep. It's got Wilford Brimley, Peter Billingsley. This is a really fun slasher-esque kind of a mystery thriller kind of a film. It's fun. I like this
It
one.
is fun.
Good
It is
job.
a lot of fun.
Congrats.
So that's going to Twitch Nate.
Twitch Nate?
Twitch
That is
Nate, is that what you
correct.
said? All
That
right.
is correct.
I got to figure out where to send that, but
Yep. Well, Twitch Nate, you let us know. reach out.
I know Travis's address. Because Travis won
That's
our
right.
Patreon box last month.
Sweet. Speaking of Patreon, guys, the next show is going to be Sunday, right?
Sunday, but also if the Patreons in local DFW, we're doing the live screening of Scream at the AMC Grapevine Mills Mall Saturday night at 7:00. I think there's still like 6 tickets left for that. So if you're a Patreon,
Awesome.
you want to go, come join us because it's a lot of fun. And then Sunday we'll do a Patreon exclusive show for Mario Bava because I just want to talk about some of the really off the wall movies Mario Bava did after we looked at Hercules and it goes to hell pretty much. So.
Yeah. Well, I do want to announce that we are actually going to start doing the Prime Watch, what do you call it? Twitch Prime Watch parties again. And we are going to kick those off not this Thursday, but a week from tomorrow. So April 22nd will be our first screening. Is that correct, Charles?
That's probably not correct.
It's probably not correct. Okay.
Because I'm not going to be here on the Thursday.
That's the Thursday you're going to be out of town. So
I'm
it's probably going to be
gone.
Okay.
We're going to say another day though.
April 29th, I think would be the best.
We're going to do April 29th, guys. We're going to do a Twitch Prime watch party because we would try to do one Monday, but we're doing the stuff on Saturday and Sunday for you guys. So we'll just do it the following one.
What are we doing Saturday?
I don't know. We're doing the.
I don't think we have one.
We're doing the. No, we're not doing a show Saturday, but on Sunday we're doing. And Saturday I've got the Twitch. The Saturday is the Scream show.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, we're gonna start putting this together further in advance, so that way everybody has time to plan, let everybody know. So I think it's probably gonna be April 29th. And then we're gonna when we announce these, we should announce the next two, Charles, so that everybody knows. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and get those up for you guys, so you know when it's gonna be and everything. Yeah.
We've been wanting to do these again. It's just been hard nailing down a date. The weekends have been hard for the Twitch watch parties with everything for Frightmare collectibles. So that's been it's been a little bit harder to do one, but we're trying to work them out for you guys.
We're working them out. Alley Tappa, is the Twitch movie going to be at 7 on Thursday? I don't usually stay up late on weekdays, lol. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do because it's been tough for me to do shows on Saturdays. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to move to Thursday. If it doesn't work, we'll look at another day. How's that sound?
Look at another day. Yeah, during the week.
We remain flexible.
We're flexible. It's all trial and error. It's got to be weeks, though, because I go to work. I have to work during the day. But other than that, no, it's good. It's good. So yeah, if you guys are already a Patreon, I just want to thank all of the Patreons again for being our fantastic Patreons. You guys really help us keep doing this. That's why I like doing these live screenings. We haven't done one in a few months, but if you haven't signed up and you want to go and you're one of our Patreons, there's still a few tickets left for Scream on Saturday at 7:00 at the AMC Grapevine Mills 30. I'll be there with bells on. That's it.
There you go. So I think that is it for now, Charles. What about you? Do you have anything else?
I am doing another auction for Irving Cares, and that is live now on frightmarehq.com. Kind of like the one we did last year. So that's live. You guys can sign up and bid. Other than that, coming up May the 1st, Lloyd has another event at the Frightmare Collectibles shop.
That's right.
The Hearst Hot Rod Show. So that will be May the 1st on a Saturday.
Right. So that's coming up. Everybody plan for that. We're going to have some cool hearses out there and maybe some hot rods. We'll see what happens. If you guys are interested, reach out to us. If you got a car you want to enter, let us know.
And Travis mentioned, I didn't even know that next Monday is our 1-year anniversary of Frightmare HQ.
Holy moly.
I didn't even know that. That is cool.
1 year. That's pretty crazy, man.
It is pretty
I
crazy.
can't believe
guys.
it's already been a year. Can you?
I've told you guys before that it blew my mind that I looked on YouTube and saw that we've done like 90 shows or something crazy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, oh Lord. Like, where does the time go? But it's been a lot of fun, guys. And I appreciate you guys still supporting us, a year later. We've done this really just to interact with you guys more during all this COVID stuff. And we've enjoyed it, getting to spend some time with you guys.
Absolutely. Baby Blue says, I want to enter my car into the Hearst and Shock Ride show. Baby Blue, you know who to contact for that. You know who is taking the entries. So you can reach out directly to them. Anybody else that's interested can just message us through Facebook or whatever if you've got a car that you're interested in getting in the car show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you've got a hearse that you want to sell really cheap for Frightmare HQ, let me know. 'Cause I've been trying to buy one for us, and it's not easy to find one.
Yeah, they're hard to find.
They are hard to find. We tried to get a Frightmare HQ mobile out there, but people keep taking them from me.
That's right.
Ooh.
Well, I've had a blast tonight. I want to thank everybody that joined us on Twitch and on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of you. If you are on Twitch, make sure that you subscribe to us and follow us. If you're on YouTube, do the same thing, please. I don't know if you can hit the bell or what it is to follow us. But if you can do that, that'd be great. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Right now, there's 27 people watching and only 19 thumbs up. I know you're out there, guys. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe on YouTube as well. Get the follow-ups and make sure that you get updates that will let you know when we're live and what's going on in the world of Frightmare HQ.
All of our fun stuff. Movies Forever asked if we're going to do the 50s. We're going to do every era, basically. We've done 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Now we're on the 60s. So we may do the 50s next. We'll see how we feel. I don't want to do the 2010s because it's still too fresh. So maybe 50s next. We'll see.
Richard wants to raid somebody. We only have like 7 people on Twitch, but if you want to raid, I can. Anybody that wants to roll over to Twitch real quick, and that's how we'll kind of end the show. We'll just end it with a raid. How does that sound?
Yeah, and then we've got to drop YouTube.
Yep. All right. So what else is up?
Man, that's it. I think we're said everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I think we've kind of rolled it all. So yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody Saturday who's coming out to the screening or our Patreon. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Richard. Who do you want to raid, man? Give me an idea. I don't know where you're at now. Are you on Twitch or YouTube? I see you're kind of bouncing around a little bit.
Man, Richard's everywhere. He's like an enigma.
He's like a ninja, is what he is.
Yeah, he's a ninja. He's a Beverly Hills ninja.
Oh, he's headed over to Twitch right now. He said. All right, guys.
All right.
Well, if you're leaving now, goodbye. Thank you for joining us. And we'll wait on Richard to give us an idea of who he wants to raid, and that's what we'll do. And then we'll say howdy or goodbye. You want to say howdy or goodbye, Charlie?
I want to say aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha while I drink my leprechaun tiki.
Okay. There's Richard Nettleton. Who are we going to raid, Richard?
I don't know anything about Twitch, guys. You guys gotta do this.
/raid.
But I'm taking your guys' movies you guys won, and they're going in my pile of things to mail right there. Ugh.
Okay, he says raid Cheese 3 Main. Who is this? This isn't some porn stuff, is it, Richard?
Oh, not again. He got his last time.
Not again. Let's see. Okay, we're going to raid.
Again, sir.
It's going to start. 4, 3, 2, and... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we'll go ahead and raid. I don't know who this is. See what's going on. Here. Yay, raid Cheese 3 Main. Jesus.
All right.
What's going on over on Cheese 3 Main?
I don't know, but let's drop on YouTube.
Yay. All right, we're going to go ahead and drop everything, guys. We'll see y'all later. We're going to go ahead and log out. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. See you guys next time, though.
That's right. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.